Welcome to Nights with Ricky. I'm your host, your gracious host, Ricky Reeves. And this is going to be a quick little video. This is like something that is like a subconscious question I ask because it reveals a lot. So when I get really serious dating certain women that I've dated in my past, I would always ask them this question, especially if they were into this type of material. I would ask them, what type of pornography do you watch? And some of the answers that I've gotten back over the years has been mind blowing. Because to me, that reveals something very deep in the subconscious. And if it's something that you know is seriously disturbing, I think you have every right to reevaluate if you want to deal with that particular woman, in my case, woman. But this could go both ways, like for a woman finding out what a man watches. Uh, you know, if it's disturbing, you can reevaluate if you want to date that man too. I mean, to me, it just reveals a lot about a person, you know. And if you've ever seen like those websites, like, the ex hamsters and all that, you can see like that pornography, they have themes that they love to put out. And see, that's the thing about controlling your emotions and your perversions, because they'll put some stuff out there that just don't even make sense at all. Like, like that don't even make sense at all what they putting out. But that's like what they're trying to subconsciously program into people that watch you. That's what I'm saying. You better control your emotions, your intake of everything you do. Don't be over and indulging into it, because I mean, pornography is an addiction as well. People don't want to admit it, but it is. And but the stuff that they try to, fuel and feed to you, like, you need to pay clear attention to that, because it could be something you are not even into at all, but that'd be something that's shown first and stuff like that. But it does reveal quite a bit of things about someone. And it was like one woman in particular. I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that. But one time I had asked her what has she been recently watching, and it was like some stuff I don't even want to discuss anymore. But after she told me, I backed away from that one. And, you know, it made me think like, man, that man she is with, she's probably doing that to that man. And come to find out, I think that is the case because, have you ever seen certain relationships, they just don't ever end? Like, you'd be like, why is she complaining about this man? Or why is he complaining about this woman? Why don't they just break up? Like, what's the point in these relationships? Well, they probably done some very embarrassing acts, and that person has something on them, and they just don't want to let that, they don't want to let that cat out the bag, at all. And that's why some of them relationships they just stay like that, you know, which is just crazy to me. But people care about their reputations. That's one thing they care about instead of sometimes their happiness, their own health and happiness. They care about their reputation, and they'll stay somewhere just because. But that was just like the category she told me. It was like femdom. It was just disturbing. Like, that was like something like that is not happening, especially not over here at all. Um, But once you start hearing like certain interests and like what kind of stuff they be watching, I mean, you should use your mind. I mean, there's always like pushing the line, like that pornography where they be slapping women and shit and doing all that, crazy stuff. That's totally uncalled for. Like, that don't even do nothing for me. It's just straight, just crazy. You know, like, I don't even know why they even have that category, and I don't understand women that like that at all. Like, that would even be interested in even. having that done to 'em, you know. But that was just, pretty much a quick, little take on that because you should do it. If you like just do it. Just ask somebody that you're dealing with. What kind of stuff if you watch that stuff? Because a lot of people don't. Some people don't watch. And like I said, you gotta have a controlled intake of that. Don't be letting it overindulge your mind if you venture into that. But you should ask that question, like what type of like porn do you watch? Because that question will reveal a lot too. It'll also open up some stuff where you be like, oh, that's one of them, you know, that's one of them hidden compartments in that brain that they don't let out. And definitely, paying attention to that, you know, definitely you'll just notice whole big difference. So that was just a quick little video, but yeah, I mean, asking that question, it has like helped me eliminate a lot of problems that would have been on the horizon. And sometimes it's been pleasant. It's like, oh well, you're into the same things I'm into. But it definitely is a question that reveals a lot. And you could definitely tell a lot about a person by what categories they are watching. Indeed.